Hi and welcome to my Simhangar. Sorry for the lack of updates. In the recent month, real life has been quite more important than Simple. Now I'm back. I want to show you a small status update on my RightConsole. All panels are done. The backlighting on all the panels has been soldered and connected, and it's working really great. I'm just missing the DTU panel. I will do some mock-up for this, but this won't be a full working panel, so I don't need that. I've got all the right switches on the avionics power panel. I'm very glad that I found them to a very good price. Here is my right auxiliary console on its working base. I'm still soldering all the leftover connectors, programming the Arduino, which will become a video on its own, including BMS AIT configuration. So hopefully this will be one of the next videos on this channel. This working panel is just some leftover wood screwed together so it holds the console in place while I work on it. This helps immensely because with all the instruments in there, it's very tippy, and I don't want it to stand on the instruments on the back of it. My lighting panel only controls the hardware lighting inside of my cockpit and does not connect to the sim in any way. All lights inside the cockpit are 12-volt LEDs. This will be the floodlights and the primary backlighting of the panels or the instruments. Inside of the panel are 4 of those cheap LED dimmers, each controlling the corresponding power line to the specific lights. There are 4 12-volt lines on the panel, 1 incoming and the 4 outgoing of the 4 dimmers. Primary instrument panel, primary consoles, flood for the instrument panel and floodlight for the consoles. The incoming 12 line goes to this very simple made distribution panel where all other 4 dimmers are connected to, and there are still 2 empty places. Maybe I will use them for something else later. The DED potentiometer and the toggle switch for the melon indicator lights are not connected yet. They will connect through either this GE12.6 connector or a DB9 connector on this side to the Arduino on the right auxiliary console, and that Arduino will then dim the DED and the caution panel, for example. Okay, here you can see how the routing of the 12-volt lines work. I've got this long gray cable which will go to the nose of the cockpit where the power supply will be. The incoming 12-volt line gets split here into 2 lines. The first line goes to the lighting panel. The second line goes directly up here and back down again here to the auxiliary light, which doesn't need the lighting panel to function and is also controlled by the 12-volt line. The 12 volts get distributed back again up here to the floodlights all the lights on the right side. Here's the connector which goes to the left side. Okay, I just put my temporary auxiliary console up there so we can have a look at how everything works. I've got the panel installed, and at the moment only 3 of the knobs are working since I don't have an instrument panel yet, but the right auxiliary console, all the instruments are connected to the instrument panel switch, and if I turn this on I can control the light of these instrument backlights. The primary console's knob controls all the backlighting of the panels, and finally the floodlight for the consoles turns on all the floods on the right console. And as you can see on this side, I mounted a connector so I can route the 12 volts to the other side and to the other floodlights. The same will be done for the panel backlights. And I'm really glad how it turned out at the moment and that everything works as intended.